like this, gonna like it.
Not a lot, not a lot.
You're gonna be delighted, get excited.
Maybe, but not a lot.
You're gonna see a whole lot of magic. Look at this trick and that trick. And when he says it's not a lot, you'll agree it's such a lot. Meet the man who excels, Holden Young.
Welcome to the Magic Show. And in this magic show, of course, there's not only going to be me doing magic, we're going to have magical performers as well. Guest magicians from all over the world, specialists in particular fields, unusual fields, and we're going to show you some party tricks, everything. The one thing that you will not see in this show is a camera trick. And to make it absolutely doubly certain that I cannot cheat, you at home, the BBC have presented me with this jury, this committee to watch very closely over everything I do. So now you are a watch committee. All right? You understand that? Fine. You've come from all over the place, I know, different walks of life, and you've been dragged out of our studio audience to watch very closely. And to prove what a motley crew they are, what's your name?
Richard.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a sales assistant and a stock coordinator.
Oh, wonderful. I was that good, eh? I was a clerk myself once. And, posh names, don't they, you know? I was listening to one the other day. A joiner is now a timber technician. Isn't it wonderful? You've got a fistful of jewellery. Do you have any finger rings that come off? Yeah? Yes. Oh, that's nice. It's even got a space for a stone. Isn't it? That's beautiful. What's your name? Chris. I used to do your cross quiz when I was a child, madam. And what's your name, sir?
Robert.
Robert. Okay, take it out, come on, whip it out. That's the bit we need. Now, because we asked our jury whether any of them had brought tonight a handkerchief. Now, not many men carry handkerchiefs, but Robert, being rather strange, carries a handkerchief. So, that's a bit, it's nice, that. What's called a polka dot, I suppose you call it. Now, there's your ring. Would you like to hold the stick for me a little while? Thank you very much. Now, there's the ring. It is your ring. Yep. Okay, happy? All right. Now, look, I'm going to close my hand into a fist and put that over the top. All right? Now, you now have a most important job, ma'am. You have got to take one of those rubber bands and put it right round my fist so that the ring cannot get out at all, right? Happy with that? Yeah. Super. This is the trick. This is the one where people have been known to give me a standing ovation. All right? I do not tell you that because I particularly need one. I just don't want you to be embarrassed when you're the only one left sitting down. Now, this is your handkerchief. Now, if I put that there and push very hard on this end, a very interesting phenomenon will happen. It will actually make a hole in the handkerchief there and a hole at the other end as it goes out. I can see you're impressed. The other alternative... No, the other alternative is that it would just come out this hand because the pressure there is too great. Do you understand that? Yes. Now, you've wrapped your ring up nice and tight. Hold the end of the stick, all right? You hold the other end of the stick. Now you're both in on the act, all right? I now pronounce you man and wife. Now, you're not together. You're not? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise that. If I'd realised that, what I would have done was put the rubber band round there like that, put the handkerchief like that. It's your ring. It's not mine. You wrapped it up yourself. It's your handkerchief, all right? Watch. Now that is right on there, and that is magic. All right. And this is my magic trick. is one man considered by all other puppeteers to reign supreme. Ladies and gentlemen, Albrecht Rose and Gustav the Clown. Now then, welcome to the bunco booth. Now, a bunco booth is an American expression where somebody would try to take your money from you. We're going to do you a big favour, you see. Each week we're going to have one of these games of skill, really, in which the customer cannot possibly win. And for you people at home, I strongly advise you never to ever bet on any of these things that you'll be seeing over these programmes. You see, we're going to do you a favour that the bunco man would never do. You see, we're going to give you, well, here, just have 20 quid. Why not?
Thank you very much.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? And it's real money. It's real money. And all I'm going to use is from the pack of cards, 3 cards. We're going to take 2 threes, 2 black threes, you see, and a red queen. Now, the game is basically very simple. You have to find the red queen. All right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's easy, isn't it?
It is.
Richard's the name.
That's right.
Richard's the name. Super Clark. Right. I'm just going to take the 2 threes like that, and we're going to put them down. Now, all you've got to do is keep your eye on the queen. Do you understand that? These are the threes. Where is the queen? You're a very confident young man, but you have won. You have won an extra £5. Well, there you go, you see. Good, isn't it?
It is.
Isn't it good? Now, if you, let's face it, if you were now standing in a crowd and you saw a man do that and lay the cards down, you would put money on it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Of course you would. Where would you put the money? Would you, really? Well, you see, if you look at that, you would lose. All right? But he has to keep you interested, all right?
Yes.
He might give you half back, or none at all. So you'll have to watch more closely. Are you watching more closely? Now, look, 2 black threes and a red queen. Now, look, I will lay them down very, very slowly. Very slowly indeed. Now, how much do you want to put down, and where do you want to put it?
Put £5 on there.
£5 on there. No, 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 it's over here. That is the queen, all right? I'm sorry about that. You see, now what you're trying to do there was a bit of guessing, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes, of course you were. So, I will show you the 2 black threes. Now, just remember, if ever you see this, never bet on it. It's our money, so you're allowed to. If you can win the rest, of course, you can keep it. There's a promise. Look, 2 black threes and a red queen, right? Now, look, there's the red queen. Put your hand on it. These 2 are the black threes, all right? So,
Yes.
Where's the red queen? For £5. I'm making it easy. Yes, actually you're wrong, it's a 3. Now, over there. Nice and good. Wonderful way to make money. You're not too happy about it. How much have you got
I've got
left?
£10 left.
You've got £10 left. Well, we'll see what we can do about it. We'll make it glaringly obvious that you cannot lose. Not now, not never, no way, no, not never. No. Now, it's very simple, Richard. Whereabouts do you come from?
Ewell, East Ewell.
Ewell?
Yes.
Oh, the deep south. Yes. Yes, they all say that, don't they? You all are welcome. Now, this is the Queen of Hearts. Now, watch this, because I will not do it again. This is your chance to clean out the bank. You've got 10, I've got 20. I'll give you 2 to 1. I'm going to take the Queen and bend the corner, all right? Now, can you see the corner of the Queen is bent?
Yes.
Would you like to pick it up and make sure it's still the Queen?
Yes.
Oh.
It is.
It is, isn't it? Now, these are the 2 black 3s. This is the Queen with the corner bent. All you've got to do is keep your eye on the Queen. There it is, it's got its corner bent. These 2 over here, it doesn't matter what you do with them. These are the 3s. So, where is the Queen for £10?
There.
Pardon? Yes, certainly, if you like. £10. £10. That's it. £10, and it's a black 3. It is a shame. But don't feel too sort of worried about it. This phrase we've got round the bunco booth, heads you lose and tails I win, is absolutely true. You don't really stand a chance. I know a chap came up to me one night and he had a 3-card trick. He said, look at that, 3 cards. And he asked me if I could do it. And I said, of course I can do it. I'm a genius at it. He said, well, if you're such a genius at it, guess where the black card is? I said, it's on the bottom. He says, no, that's a red card. I said, well, it must be on the top. He said, no, it's a red card. I said, well, it must be in the middle. He said, no, it's a red card. I said, well, you're asking me to bet on a black card? You've got 3 red cards, all right, he said. No need to lose your hair. You should just guess on the red card. It's on the bottom. No, he says, it's a black card. I said, well, it must be the one that's on the top. He said, no, it's a black card. I said, well, it must be the one that's in the middle. He says, no, it's a black card. I said, I've seen 3 of those and 3 of those. What's that there for? He says, that's there for laughs. Been a pleasure having you at the bunco booth. Don't think you're going to lose. We have this week's star prize just for you. Here you have won a coconut. All right? Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
When you see a juggler, he always uses things like clubs and balls and cigar boxes. You must have noticed that. Well, my next guest is no exception. He can do all that and more. He has a very strange act, a thing that he kind of specialises in. So I want you to watch very carefully the special talent of Bob Bramson.
Johnny, Johnny. Come here, come here. Johnny? All right, come on, do it. Johnny. Whack!
In a magic show, there should be thrills and excitement, and you'll get a lot of those with this next act. My next guests come from Germany. They are quite superb. The Morettis. The crossbows which Hans Moretti is now setting are standard crossbows. Earlier today, he explained to me that they have a pressure on the string of 65 kilopounds. When the arrow leaves the crossbow, it travels at 100 meters per second. You will notice he takes a lot of care with this, because whereas the other feats of marksmanship are at fairly inanimate objects, in this particular game of chance, he takes his life in his hands and does it in a most unusual way. Each arrow has to be lined up perfectly with the target swinging below the trigger. Each arrow, once it hits that target, will release another arrow. I will show you exactly what happens when Hans Moretti fires the first shot. He loads the firing weapon. I myself am quite adept at balancing, but this thing is called a teeter board. The board is completely free from the roller is completely free on the base. That is a very difficult thing to balance on in itself, but he's going to stand on there, fire this crossbow, and aim it at this rear crossbow, this one, the number 2 crossbow. In the background here, you may have wondered why we have these rather large black curtains. They are there for a reason. Behind them we have very dense safety net curtaining, very dense, to catch the arrow should it go wrong. Because once it hits there, it releases this arrow, which travels across to this crossbow here. And once that is released, it fires at the final crossbow over there, and that crossbow will release an arrow which we hope will burst the balloon, which will be immediately above Hans Moretti's head. He is the originator of this act, and I want you to watch very closely the marksmanship of Hans Moretti. That I consider to be possibly the most baffling of all card tricks. On display here we have a pack of cards. This young man over here has been checking them. Another one of this dreaded jury they've lumbered me with. What's your name, sir?
Peter.
Peter?
Yes.
And I'm Paul. That makes you Mary. Don't worry about it. You'll get over it straight after the show. This is nice. You see, we've spread the whole pack out so that Peter here who sort of can check each and every one. He's had a look round to make sure no cards are repeated, no sort of funny happenings about them. Super. Now we're going to take off half the pack, you see, and we're going to let you have them to keep hold of. And the trick has a title. Some tricks don't have titles, some tricks just exist. But this particular trick has a title, and it is called the Eternal Triangle. Do you know what an eternal triangle is?
No.
No? OK, well, I'll explain it. You take hold of the cards with the clean hand. Oh, no, you were right. And you just take hold of that. All right? Don't stand with your hand on your hip. Remember the dreaded cameramen. Now, what you do is you wrap one end of the ribbon round the pack, or half of the pack, rather, that you are holding in your hand. All right? Just wrap it round yourself. That's the idea. Yes, yeah, you could do a few turns round. Don't worry about it. It's on ribbon, you see. And you hold that, because this is the bit that creates the eternal triangle. Just take a step back, young sir. And I shall give this to you, Mom. And your name is?
Jandine.
Jandine. Ah, there you are. Same as Nellie. Right.
Yes.
Now, you just keep hold of that. Yeah, just keep hold of that, because this is going on, you see. This goes on, and oh, this is fun. This is fun. This is well planned. You just take this across to here. There we are. Your name is? Sue, yes, they probably will if this doesn't work. Now, what you do, we just take that back to you now, and you can see now why we call it the eternal triangle trick. You wrap that round that way, and you have got yourself one pack of cards that is all locked off. Drop the other end and wave it about in the breeze. You will look very patriotic. Now, this is an eternal triangle. One man, two women. All right? Have you come with one tonight?
Yes.
Which one? Oh, you're already with that one. Did you know about the other woman? You didn't know about her. That's fine. Pretty girl. Too good for you. Now, you just move over this way a bit, because what's going to happen now is we take the rest of the cards. You have checked the pack. Let we go on and we take the other half of the pack, and we're going to show them not only to Jan and Sue, we're going to show them to everyone at home by spreading them out on a little tabletop that we have to hand. Now, Jan, this is important. I want you to think of any one of these cards. I'm going to spread them out in a sort of a fancy shape like that, if I can. Oh, that's a bit strange. They haven't spread. Probably the heat from the lamps. That sometimes happens. Buckles them up, you know, buckles them up. You just have to think of one of those cards. Have you thought of one? Yeah. From where you're sitting, Sue, can you think of one of these cards? I don't even know whether you can see them. All right? Go on. Well, stood up, lass. Stood up. There we are. Now then, not too close, because he gets excited. That's it. If you just think of any one of them. Have you thought of one? Fine. Don't think of the Joker. You haven't thought of the Joker. Oh, good. Have you?
No.
Oh, super. But the best bit of all is I want everyone at home to think of a playing card, all right? Think of a playing card. We've got a camera specially locked on to go along the cards. I want you to think of any one of those playing cards as you are watching the program at home. Now, this is why I believe this trick to be the most impossible of card tricks, all right? If you see a card on that table, think of it. Lock your brain onto it,
And now this is the trick. You and only you know what your card was you thought of, all right? You and only you know what the card was you thought of, correct? And especially you at home. No one else could know. But I want you to watch for your card, all right? Was it a joker? No. What was it?
7 of clubs.
7 of clubs. Fine. What was your card?
8 of diamonds.
Pardon?
8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. All right. We'll look for your 2, and the people at home can look for theirs. The 7 of clubs or the 8 of diamonds. Now, as we deal the cards out on here, you can see that, in fact, your card, the 7 of clubs, isn't in this half of the pack. You can see that your card, the 8 of diamonds, isn't in this half of the pack either. The people at home might be surprised to find that the card they were thinking of is not in the half of the pack either. And there's a special reason for that. You have been standing there with a packet of cards that you have actually been holding from the start of the trick. It has been wrapped around several times with red, white and blue ribbon, which we've been saving up since somebody's jubilee. And you will find that if you unwrap this now, you will see in this half of the pack, all right, which is just a pack of cards, that is all, you will see that in this half of the pack there's a jack of spades, an 8 of diamonds, a 7 of diamonds, an ace of spades, all right, the 8 of hearts, the 2 of hearts, the 10 of clubs, the 9 of clubs, the 9 of hearts, the 2 of spades, the king of spades, the queen of diamonds, the king of hearts, jack of hearts, the 8 of clubs, the 3 of clubs, the 6 of hearts, the 6 of clubs, the 5 of clubs, the 4 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 3 of spades, and your card, last but by no means least, the 7 of clubs. And I know that not only you saw your cards, but I know that the people who thought of a card at home will have seen their card. And that's magic.
And did you get excited? Were you delighted?
I was, but not a lot.
And did you see a whole lot of